Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jay's your father?
I really do.
You've been ducking this boy's DNA for all his life. Take the test.
Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else.
If you got $10 million, we go, listen, young boy, I don't want the world to know nothing about this because my image, here goes some money, I'm going to take care of you. Nobody's going to say no.
Chances are, just out of nowhere, random universal selection, this boy who's not related to you has your nose, has your mouth, has your brow line, has your hairline. Just like all of this, just by accident.
I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over with.
Things are heating up for Jay-Z. A judge has just given the green light for Rymir Carter's paternity case to proceed. And Jay-Z has been given a deadline. He must respond by July 18th. Meanwhile, 50 Cent seems to be taking full advantage of the situation. Reports say he's helping cover Rymir Carter's legal costs and even plans to include him in an upcoming documentary that touches on both Diddy and J-C. It looks like this situation could escalate quickly.
I wasn't in the ad because of Jay-Z and them was putting it together. Mm-hmm. So I think they still harbor some energy towards me.
You think you were purposely left out of the ad?
No. I don't think. I think that they were saying the NFL has some issues with me that I don't know what those issues are. Like, what is the issue? You see what I'm saying? Like, and I with M, because like with Nori he had communication. He said, "Yeah, I talked to the big homie. He was saying to Jay, he was telling me, the white boy wouldn't do the truth without 50, right?" And I'm like, that's when I start saying crazy stuff because I look and I go, "Oh, that's your big homie, right?" And so he imaged himself after a gay painter. The big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
Oh my God, I think I know where we're going with
so
this.
Now look, what I'm saying to you is, look, when you start looking at, that's not mine, that's theirs, they Harper, right? But when you look at, M is looking at the entire legacy.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like with M, Dre, and myself.
This case isn't just any ordinary paternity dispute. It involves claims that Jay-Z may have had a relationship with a 16-year-old back in 1992. Now, the man who believes he's Jay-Z's son is 32 years old and looking for the truth.
She met Jay-Z and had intercourse with him. How old was she?
I would say I think she was about 16, 17, or 16, just turning 16 or 17. I know it was one of them.
And Jay-Z was what age?
I wouldn't happen to know. I think he was he in his 20s?
I read 22.
Oh, yeah.
I think I read 22, but he was in his 20s.
Yes, I wouldn't happen to know his age, but 22, I'm pretty sure if they put that out there, then... I really try not to get frustrated, basically. I really try not to think about it, I go on with my life because, anything could happen, but, I still got to live for myself at the end of the day. I still got to work and bring an income for me. I can't sit around, I got to get up off my feet and do something. I can't wait on the world. Like, I can't say, I can't wait on anybody to want to respond when they want to. It is important that I know who my biological father is, just because, my mom's health, I don't know if it's coming from our family or it's coming from the other side. And that would be something I really would want to find out because, in the future, you don't know what could happen. And a lot of people are so quick to judge because they see somebody coming out and try to find out if the person, trying to find out things, they so negative to push you down,
What's adding fuel to the fire is the claim that Beyoncé has been trying to keep this case from going public, possibly to protect Jay-Z's reputation.
Beyoncé thing came when a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp, and she said something supposedly, this is all hearsay, about regarding saying Rymir needs to go away, little boy, something to that effect. There was something out there with the song they made. And then next thing I know, somebody was at my property.
It's something crazy going on with this case. Honestly, I just want everybody in the world just to keep their eyes open and just watch things that happen, that just like how things unfold, because it's crazy. It really is crazy. These judges, these lawyers, this fraud, this collusion, who knows what it's for, money or friendships or whatever they got going on. But I can honestly say that we should never go in the courtroom feeling like we're already the victims and we did nothing wrong. We did nothing wrong but come in here, tell you guys the truth, put our life on the line, come to every court case and give you 100% plus of us. And basically we just got stepped over.
Now that 50 Cent is getting involved and the court is finally paying attention, this case is gaining serious momentum. There's a lot of talk going around, with some saying this could put everything Jay-Z has built, his reputation, marriage, and businesses at risk. So, who is Rymir Carter? And why has this case been going on for so long? His real name is actually Rymir Satterthwaite, not Carter as many believe. He says Jay-Z is his father and claims to have solid evidence to support it. Rymir has been trying to get answers since he was 19, meaning he's been fighting this battle for over half his life.
And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot, been seeing a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like this can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, it's not fair.
Ryer's mother, Wanda, claims she met Jay-Z when she was still underage. Just says she became pregnant and tried to contact him about the baby, but never heard back.
Hey.
Now that Rymir is an adult, he's determined to keep pushing for the truth and isn't giving up anytime soon.
My mom had to sit down with me. I guess she thought I was old enough to know now, and she been saying Sean Carter. That's what she was calling him at first before she was calling him Jay-Z. And I really didn't know who that was because I was young and, had my little brother, and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but I really just was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about, but she constantly put it in my head like, son, it's not your father, and I really want you to know it is. This person is your father, and I just want you to know. And she continued to tell me that over the years and over the years and over the years.
According to Ryer's godmother, Lily Colley, Jay-Z's team originally showed interest in settling things quietly. There was even talk about helping Rymir with his music career by signing him to Jay-Z's label. But later, everything shifted new. Lawyers stepped in, and the tone became much more aggressive.
He never tried to contact me in any type of way, and that's all I'm asking is, like, because I honestly really want the case to be over with. Like, I've been going through, just like I said, a lot, and as I said, I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not trying to do this to make somebody seem like a bad person, a bad father. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, like, what is it really? Why you? What is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over with.
So why did things suddenly change? Some believe Jay-Z's team realized the serious legal trouble this could cause if the claims about the girl's age were proven true. It's not just about how old she was. There are also concerns about crossing state lines, which could make things even more complicated. That might explain why his legal team has been working hard to keep this case from moving forward for over 10 years.
Rymir Satterthwaite, Wanda's son. She had it when she was 16. It takes 40 weeks to cook a baby. That means she was 15 when she got pregnant. Age of consent in Pennsylvania is 17. Was then, is now. And she was taken across state lines from Pennsylvania to an apartment in New York. Oops.
Oh man, the detail.
That's how Rymir Satterthwaite made it into this world. Take the test, nigga. That's fine. We'll give you don't know Diddy. Take the test. You've been ducking this boy's DNA for all his life. Take the test. Do something. You've been dead beating it your whole life.
To sum it up, a 32-year-old man believes Jay-Z is his father. His late mother left behind a signed statement detailing her side of the story. Now, a judge has decided it's time to stop the delays and move the case forward. And 50 Cent? He's reportedly backing the whole thing, seemingly eager to put pressure on Jay-Z.
What makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things, not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going with, like, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. So I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is that those accusations are crazy.
I don't have no felonies. I'm not crazy or none of that. It's like, I just want the truth, and it's so hard to get it from the courts. And it seems like Jay-Z don't want to say anything. So, I don't want to see him go down for something that you could have just got taken care of. That's it.
Nobody's talking about the fact that he is currently suing his first biological son to quiet him and put a gag order on him. Why would he be doing that? I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that Rymir's mother was a minor when she conceived Rymir with Mr. Carter, who was a grown adult. What kind of family man is that? You don't want anyone to know, you or your wife, don't want anyone to know who your actual biological children are, because most of them were created with minors while you were an adult. He's been in court with this young man for the past decade, fighting taking a DNA test. If he's not your kid, take the DNA test. Simple. If the young man is not your son, why have you spent so much money trying not to take a DNA test? Take the DNA test if he ain't your kid. You're such a proud family man. While you fight back the truth about your firstborn biological son, because you don't want nobody to know that his mama was barely 15 when you made her a mother and you were a grown man. I'm here.
Yeah.
Him and Blue Ivy got the same mouth.
Things are really starting to spiral. And the timing couldn't be worse for Jay-Z. With all the headlines surrounding Diddy, people are starting to question the actions of other big names in hip-hop. On top of that, there are now whispers that some of the evidence in Diddy's case might unexpectedly link back to Jay-Z.
The new lawsuit coming with Jay, the part with Jay. I go, oh, shoot, like,
To us, black excellence.
that had to be there.
We getting tighter, you know what I'm saying? And united we stand, and ain't nothing else.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brunch. Like,
I hate you, man.
Unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm going to be with you this year. Yeah. Come on, bro.
That's crazy. What was interesting was that Jay-Z's camp basically put out a statement saying that Jay and Puff are not friends and they're not close at all or whatever else. Did you see the two of them interact a lot?
I seen them interact, but I wouldn't say they was close. I believe Puff felt they was close.
Oh.
But if you was a person on the outside looking in, like me and Uncle Paulie used to always talk about it, me and D-Rock was talking about, yo, why Puff kind of like sucking Jay off so much? You know what I'm saying? Because you'd be like, we done flew to 5 or 6, 7 different concerts that Jay-Z has. But Jay-Z is not at one of Puff's shows. You know what I'm saying? You look at the Rock brunch where Puff will break his neck to get to the brunch. But Jay-Z don't pop up at any of Puff parties. You know, now I can only speak up until 2012. You know what I'm saying? And Puff was breaking his neck. Like, at the end of the day, in our mind, we say, yo, he ain't even invite Puff to his wedding. When he married Beyonce, Steve Stout and all of them was there. You know what I'm saying? And Puff was kind of in his feelings, but once again.
Oh, Puff was upset he didn't get invited to the wedding?
Of course he was. You know what I'm saying? But you got to remember, we're security, so we're bottom on a tote pole. So he's not going to show you that it really affects him until you have a little conversation with him, or you say something, or you overhear something. But he didn't get invited to that, you know. Yeah, Jay came through every once in a while. Like if we was in a yacht in San Tropez or one of these places like that, Jay might ride up, you know what I'm saying? And it's more or less to show, yeah, I got a yacht too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm out here too. More or less than we're tight friends. I look at it as two people that's getting money because they did have some businesses together and we did have to go to some meetings together. And it was like, this is how far it goes, but we're not friends. You know what I'm saying? Like people ask me that all the time. I be like, Jay ain't really with Puff. It was no personal into it. It would be like if Ron Burgos is flying from LA on his jet, but Jay-Z just so happens to be going to New York too. We all end up on the jet.
Times are changing and more people are speaking up and being heard. Jay-Z may have believed this would never come to light, but 2025 is proving to be a whole new chapter.
I work every day. I also have my own kids to take care of. So it's like, it's been a journey for me. And it's just like, you know, I just got so much on my name right now. I never ask for money. I don't do interviews just saying, hey, Jay-Z, give me your money, or I'm coming at the Jay-Z for his money. I never did that. I'm not that type of person. I work for everything. Next is I'm just trying to basically make sure no other kids or nobody else in the world has to go through this. Basically, don't feel afraid to go to court and see if a person is your biological parents. You know, so many people are scared, and this is a big thing in the world. A lot of people don't have their fathers because they scared to go out and search for them. And sometimes it only take a little search, you know, go search. And if it's wrong, we're adults. Well, most of us adults, even for the teenagers, this being a role model for them, showing you can go in the courtroom, and if you're doing everything correctly, you should be able to just get treated as equal as the other person. You know, I've always been a person that I never hate anyone. I never, you know, I don't walk around with hate for a person. So I try to teach my kids that just be the best that you can be. So that's just a motto I go off. I would never hate Jay-Z. You know, it was never that type thing. You know, I respect him for everything he did. And as I said, I've been going through a whole lot through these years because this case, like me, my mom, my godmom, we didn't seen the worst. We didn't have people, you know, slander my name. Like you want Jay-Z money. And I hear it all. I'm going to fight until I'm not here no more. And it's never going to be against no one. Like, you know, I'm going to continue to fight. It'll take another 10 years, maybe another 50. Maybe I'll take this to the grave with me, but everybody can say I fought this.
Yeah.
He's come out and said, like, you know, this is just long-term harassment, man. He's like, this thing is just won't go away.
Long-term harassment. You know how disrespectful that is to a man that looks almost identical to you?
Yeah, that's his child. That's very disrespectful. I mean,
to a man that chances are just out of nowhere, random universal selection. This boy who's not related to you has your nose, has your mouth, has your brow line, has your hairline, same straight knobby knees. Is like all of this just by accident. Just by accident. It's just a coincidence that this man looks like he could be your Irish twin. Are you kidding me?
Without any EXP, let's go back to where it all began. In 1992, Jay-Z was still an up-and-coming artist. Wanda Ryer's mother says she met him in Philadelphia, where he then took her to his aunt's place in Brooklyn. He visited her again about 2 weeks later, then vanished from her lifelination.
I'll tell you what I do know. I do know that I have listened to actual commentary from his godmother, Lily, who sat with a friend of mine, Liz Crokin. I was there. I was present. I heard it come out of her mouth. Wanda was a minor when she got pregnant with Rymir. And like Wanda always said, he picked her up in Philly, but he took her to New York across state lines to bed her while she was allegedly underage. Even though Lily was present when Rymir was born.
Dr. Lily Colley shares even more details about Wanda's experience. She says Wanda met Jay-Z, who went by the name Rock, at the time in an area known for heavy drug activity. According to the story, Jay-Z was involved in dealing drugs. There, after Wanda found out she was pregnant, she had no way to reach him. So, like many young women in difficult situations, she listed her then boyfriend, Robert Graves, as the father on the birth certificate.
She was very clear on the fact that Wanda was a minor when she was pregnant with Rymir, who was born a year before my son Giovanni. He came 92. That means she got knocked up in 91. He was well into his 20s by that time. Well into his 20s. Allegedly taking teenage girls over state line. He got unlucky. That condom broke. Poor guy. Or maybe that was just karma. Maybe God made sure that happened for a moment like right now. Disgusting. Don't nobody want to talk about the other kids that everybody denies don't exist. Whatever. You know, to be a billionaire that can't get a loan is one thing. But to be a broke billionaire and a deadbeat dad, that's something different.
Yeah. You know, even Solange's son, the Daniel kid, he says he doesn't have a great relationship with Beyonce, Jay-Z. I don't what do you feel someone coming out saying, "Hey, Jay-Z's my father." What does that person want from a hoe if he's he's saying he does not
To
care? You
prove
think
that his mother wasn't a liar, because that's what they said his entire life while she was alive. Denying him makes her a liar. That woman was on the phone with the judge who was harassing her, telling her, demanding that she stop filing for paternity when she gave way and died. His mama died on the phone. Trying to get proper acknowledgement for him. If your mama died like that, would you just sit around and let people keep calling her a liar?
But my thing is this, like, this is how easy it is. First of all, kids come before everything.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're going to have problems with your kids sometimes, but if you got $1 billion, if you got $10 million, we go, listen, young boy, I don't want the world to know nothing about this because my image, here goes some money, I'm going to take care of you. Nobody's going to say no. You my son, I love you. I'm going to give you money. I just don't want nobody to know about this. It's easy to manage. The fact,
yeah, but that starts with extortion. That's the first step of extortion.
No, but
once you give someone some money, you are now an ATM.
So you saying someone, no, your son. Like there's a difference between someone and your son that you made. Right or wrong?
Still a stranger though. You don't know.
It don't matter, but if you made him, he's a stranger because of you.
Yeah.
He's a stranger because of you. If you're a stranger, you know what I mean? So my thing is, if you my son, my thing is, I think a son is something all men want. A son.
Yeah.
If once you have a son, you don't care. Even if he was 40 and you just met him, he's your son. You be like, yo, especially if you got the means to just do whatever you want. That's the thing I think a regular person like me don't understand.
In 2011, a DNA test confirmed that Robert Graves wasn't Rymir's biological father, and his name was removed from the birth certificate. Since Wanda had only been with Robert and Jay-Z, Rymir felt it was time to take legal action against Jay-Z. He actually filed the case back in 2010, but it's been a mess from day one. Rymir claims that Jay-Z's team has worked behind the scenes to shut the case, down allegedly influencing lawyers and even judges. And with all the delays and court changes, It's not hard to see why some people think something strange is going on. At one point, Jay-Z's legal team argued he couldn't be forced to take a DNA test in New Jersey because he didn't live there. But Rymir later uncovered documents showing that Jay-Z did in fact own property in the state during that time.
All the fraud on the court, if we just let that, just pass and not say anything about it, they will continue to do anything they want. This is not just with us, it's with people in the world. Like, a lot of fraud and a lot of collusion that's just been going on and just been looked over was never supposed to happen. Like, and I would not let that pass. I'm not letting the lawyers get away with that. They will not go in the courtroom of justice and just lie like that and continue to get praised off it, or use this lie to benefit off all these years. Like, we've been going to court, putting our hard-earned money out there, and we going in there to fight fraud. That's just that's craziness. That's really craziness, and I don't think nobody in the world should have to go through that. You going in there, you paying your hard-earned money. You got these lawyers that just frauding and pitting doing anything they want basically in the courtroom, and the judges is just allowing this to go on. I honestly believe that both of them should be hold it responsible for this, because you guys, this is you guys' job, and if the judge can't see this or overlook it, I can understand a mistake, but just throughout the years, to continue to overlook fraud it's just craziness to me. Like, come on, it's right there in your face. If you can't see that, then I don't know what else we can do.
So here we are. 50 Cent isn't just throwing shade anymore, he's financially backing what could turn into one of hip-hop's biggest legal battles. With a judge finally moving the case forward and Rymir Carter standing firm, Jay-Z may soon have no choice but to respond. The deadline is July 18th, and all eyes are on him. Will he finally agree to a DNA test or try to delay things again? One thing's certain, this story isn't going away anytime soon. And 50 Cent seems more than ready to keep the spotlight on Jay-Z. What's your take on all this? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe because things are just getting started.